Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we'll be talking about types of nerve fiber. Okay, so the classification of nerve fiber. This is very important question when we talk about exam point of view. Most commonly this is being asked of around 2 mark question, okay, and very common question in exams. So type of nerve fiber. So two type of classification is there. Along with that, you should be having idea of which nerve fibers are susceptible to hypoxia, to pressure, to conduction block. So this will cover in last moment. So starting from Erlanger and Gasser classification and numerical classification, we'll start with the Erlanger and Gasser classification. Erlanger and Gasser classification is basically ABC classification. When you have some division of A fiber, then B, then C, okay, and you have to tell the location of these fibers, and that is the function also, and the conduction velocity obviously. So based on this, which are the fast fibers, fast conducting fibers, and which are the slow fibers. Okay, so this idea you'll get from this classification. And since we always talk about that velocity is obviously dependent on the diameter, so large is the diameter, large is the conduction velocity. So this way you can have an idea that from A to C, when we go towards C, the diameter keep on reducing and hence the conduction velocity. Okay, so let's start. So first is A alpha fiber. Alpha motor neuron, you must have heard that alpha motor neuron are the motor fibers, somatic motor neurons, right? So A alpha is somatic motor, or they also carry proprioception. Okay, diameter is 12 to 20 micrometer, velocity is 70 to 120 meter per second, the fastest conducting fibers. Okay, then comes is A beta fiber, which carry touch and pressure modality 5 to 15 micrometer, and 30 to 70 meter per second is the conduction velocity. Then is gamma, a gamma fiber, which is motor to spindle. You must have heard gamma motor neuron, right? So that's how you can answer motor fibers. Okay, and these motor supply we have seen in muscle spindle, in stretch reflex. Okay, so this is diameter 3 to 6 micrometer, 50 to 30 meter per second conduction velocity. Fine. Next is A delta fiber, which carry pain and temperature, basically the fast pain fibers these are, and 2 to 5 micrometer is the diameter, and 12 to 30 meter per second is the conduction velocity. And then comes is B. So we have seen 4 division: A alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Okay, then B fibers, which are basically preganglionic autonomic fibers. Fine, this is diameter and this is conduction velocity. So the you can see the conduction velocity keeps on reducing, right? And the same for diameter. Then C fibers are the pain and temperature fiber. Have you seen this A delta is also having the same modality? So this is for fast pain, this is for slow pain. So temperature also carried by A delta and C fibers. This question is important viva question in exam. And this is diameter 0.4 to 1.2 micrometer, and this is conduction velocity. Last is C sympathetic fibers, which are post-ganglionic sympathetic fibers, and this is the velocity. So in exam, if this question comes, you should be at least having the type, the function, and velocity. Okay, let's start with the other classification, that is numerical classification. Numerical classification is basically in Roman, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 classification. So you should be having the origin or location of these fibers only. And these are the corresponding fiber of Erlanger and Gasser classification. So for example, type 1A, it is basically the afferent fibers or muscle spindle. Type 1B, it basically afferent fibers from Golgi tendon organ. Type 2, which is the muscle spindle afferent fiber for touch and pressure also. And type 3, pain, cold and touch modality they carry. Type 4, pain, temperature. Okay, so these are the corresponding fibers which you need not to learn in exam, right? So numerical classification. The last is the fiber susceptibility to various things like hypoxia, pressure and anesthesia. So if you talk about ABC, so A for pressure, B for hypoxia, and C for local anesthesia. That's how viva question can be like most susceptible fiber for pressure, tell us, okay, or which fibers are the most susceptible for conduction block. So this way you can answer that C fibers are most susceptible for conduction block or anesthesia, B fiber are most susceptible for hypoxia, A fiber are most susceptible for pressure. So this way you can read these up. So this is all about classification of nerve fiber. I hope this point is clear and you are ready to answer this question in exam. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. Happy learning.